Looking for a place that does it all? Maldini's by the River serves mouth-watering breakfasts, pasta, pizzas and more, plus amazing coffee and cocktails. They hit the spot every single time. You're planning a special event? Well, their private function room and versatile restaurant are the perfect place for any celebration. Good food, good friends, good times, Maldini's. Welcome back to Life in 5, the podcast where we speak to some of the biggest names in sports, entertainment and the media. I'm MG and today's guest was one of the toughest players to ever pull on a rugby league jersey. A no-nonsense forward with a brutal defensive game and pretty skillful with the ball, Cement built a career on effort, grit and pure toughness. From premiership glory to representing New South Wales and Australia, he's a rugby league legend through and through. Also one of my roommates on a Kangaroo tour, which we'll talk about later. It brings me great pleasure to introduce David Cement Gillespie. Cement, how are you, mate?
Good, MG. Very good, mate.
Haven't seen you for a while.
No, it's been a while.
But you are prolific these days on Instagram.
Only
You're doing a lot of travel, aren't you?
Well, we get away a bit and, we've got to, you're not getting any younger, so get around and see the world and a bit of Australia. And, so I put a few up when we travel, mate.
I know how you got the nickname Cement, but for our listeners and viewers who are watching this for the first time and seeing you for the first time, tell how a young kid from Narromine who come to represent Australia and New South Wales got the nickname Cement.
Oh, well, I come down when I was about 18, MG, and went to the Bulldogs, obviously, and we're just tackling practice, because Warren was coaching at that stage and he was big on the defensive side of the game, and I might have whacked Robbo a couple of times. And,
really?
Not intentionally,
no.
But, and then he's just looked at me and said, oh, you're Cement Head or something like that. And everyone loves a nickname, don't they?
Oh.
And so that kind of stuck in the first month or two that I was down. So
is that the only thing you've ever been called, Cement? Was that the first?
I've been called worse sometimes.
Well, I remember when I was about, we would have been 16, almost 17. I was working at a pub in Mount Druitt. And I was just stacking the shelves in, the cool room and that with Mark Blackburn and his dad Pasquale. And I walked in one day and this bloke sitting at the bar called Snake, because he had two teeth. he goes, "Hey, Opium, give me a beer." I kept walking and he said, "Opium." I said, "Who's Opium?" He goes, you slow working dope.
Yeah. So I think in the early days of Canterbury, Chris Anderson
was Opes.
Opes.
Oh, that's Ope.
That's Opes.
That's him.
And that was it. That was the
the slow working dope.
Apparently.
So how did you get from Narromine down to the Bulldogs at 18 years of age? Like that's pretty like Narromine. What population of what?
It's about 3.5
thousand. Yeah.
I was playing a bit of rep football earlier. 16s. But I was, you grow up pretty quick out there, MG. It was a pretty.
Kill or be killed.
Kill or be killed. Yeah, you're young and mate, I grow up pretty quick because my old man drove trucks and I was driving with him when I was 16 and, hanging out with all these mates, with Smoko, so, a bit of banter.
Oh, yeah.
So
get the ribald.
Yeah, you grow up pretty quick, mate. So by the time I was, we had a pretty good side going through in our age group, from more or less the under 8s through to the 16s. And we won the Buckley Shield in the late 70s.
Yeah, Buckley Shield was what every school kid tried to get.
Which was a statewide competition, so it wasn't a bad...
from Narromine, you won it?
From Narromine.
Shit.
We played the grand final at Shark Park, or Endeavour Oval it was called, and we won that. And that got me burning a bit, whether I could, make it down here. And I was only 14, but the seed was planted, And I was... So, then you make the group sides, Group 11, Western Division, so-and-so country, and under 18. So I made them 2 years in a row, and we end up making the Australian under 18 side.
Far out.
And Timmy Pickup was scouting for Bullfrog for the.
It looks a bit like Opes.
Yeah, yes, it looks a bit like Opes. He does, and he sent Timmy up to have a look at a few players, and lucky enough, Timmy come back with my name. And to cut a long story short, that's how I end up getting to the Dogs, mate.
Were you always a back rower or front rower?
Started off as a hooker.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, a hooker, yeah, with my younger days, and end up in the second row. But it was really burning then to come down and play, and whether you can make it down here is another thing, mate. It's you've always got them doubts in the back of your mind if you're good enough. And, so it was a big challenge coming from a small country town down to play, but it worked out all right.
I must confess, having you sit here across from me, I'm really happy about it because I think you're only a couple of years older than me, but watching you come through the grades, and then I played my first grade debut against you at 87 when you were playing for the Dogs, and you call the Dogs of War, and you were just so tough. And then we'll get through a couple of photos here that you bought today, but just the memories that as soon as I saw you, I walked you in the car park today. I fucking started laughing straight away.
No, we had some good times, mate, and. We were kind of enemies on the field, which you are.
Yeah, of course.
As soon as you get off it, it's all over. And you sit down, you have a couple of beers, and till the next time we meet.
How good's rugby league?
Oh, it's great.
That's the best, isn't it?
It's great. Yeah.
Like it's got us. It's got you to where. Like again, we're going to get to your photos, but I mean, who would have thought? Say in 1990 when we were on that Kangaroo tour, here we are 35 years later. I'm doing a podcast and working here at 2GB. You're tripping around the world. Going to India for paint festivals.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I just love. I think rugby league has been so good to us, and that's why I keep, with all the shit that goes on in our game, but that's the thing that's done for us is give us a life.
Yeah, of course, and then obviously it gives you a bit of a name, and you have a look at you, mate. You've kicked on and done well yourself in the media and things like that. So and you're well known and. And even now you're walking down the street and someone will say, "Hey, cement."
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm 62. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm 62 next
Shit.
year.
Yeah,
61.
Okay.
But so it's good like that, and that's what it's all about. But it's like anything, MG. You can't go walking around with your head up your cracker. You know what I mean? You got to be a bit humble, and you got to, which I try to be. I grew up like that. You know what I mean? And
yes.
So there's always time for someone. You never knock anyone back, and
that's one of your best traits.
Only if they're too pissed at the pub at midnight or something.
That would never be us. Well, let's get on to your first photo because this is nostalgic. I know that you were going to go out to Narromine to see your mum because you reckon there's 1,000 photos out there you could have brought to the table. But this one here, this goes back a long while. I'd love to know why you picked this, who's in the photo, and what's it mean to you?
Well, that's me, obviously, and that's my old man, and his nickname was Pud, as you can see.
Yeah. Tough man by all accounts.
Yeah, he played Group 11 Western Division out there, and so I'm about probably 5 or 6 there, mate. We're out the river, so the Macquarie River runs through Narromine, so we spent a lot of time there, as kids and in our youth, and that's a photo of Dad and myself. So I kind of aspired to be like him because he coached after he retired, and he went back to his hometown, which is a little place called Trangie, which is a bit further out than Narromine.
I was at Trangie last year.
Yeah, so that's where he's from, and he went and captain coached out there for the last couple of years of his career, and I was probably a bit old, just a touch older there. I know I'm 5 or 6 there, but doing the ball boy for him, running down the sideline and with the ball and with being a ball boy, and he used to take me to training. When it was about a 20-minute drive, it's about 40 k's, and there was a couple of blokes from Narromine that were playing with him, and so I'd go in the car and away we go. And back then, mate, it's
long necks,
70s. Well, they'd finished training at the pub, So you're in the car coming over them, and they're all,
half guard.
So you hear a lot of things, and and that's like I was saying before. You grow up pretty quick.
Yes,
and so that brings back some memories. He's struggling a bit at the moment, Dad. He's middle 80s now, 85, his dementia's kind of catching up with him a bit. So I try to get back and see him as much as I can, and but that brings back good memories because as a kid we spent a lot of time at the river. It's we had the swings, and just at the back of that's it's a cliff, so we used to jump off that.
Do the bombs, yeah,
and do the things like that. So it was that
was your playground.
That was our playground, the river. Yeah, that's where we used to wag school and go down to the river. And
ironically, my first grandson's called River.
There you go.
I never heard of Narromine until Ron Willie coached us in. So I knew you as a player, but I didn't know where you were from and that. And Ron Willie, when he coached us in 88, 89, our first trial was at Narromine.
That's right.
We went out there and I said, what the fuck are we doing out here? And then he tells us the history of it. He said, well, that's where cement's from, where Greg McGrath, who was just coming through as a cricketer, Melinda Gainsford.
Yeah.
He goes, there's three in one little town of three athletes who have represented their country.
Yeah, that's right. And well, there's a bit of a story to that because my dad got along with Ron and he was bringing souse out there.
Was that the reason we went out there? Because of Pud?
Yeah.
Because your dad?
Yeah, because Dad. Yeah.
Far out.
He was pretty good mates with Ronnie and they had a connection there and he used to bring souse out when they were... And I think I played against souse. I was about 17 and run on against him. And
Far out.
That's when the Sydney clubs used to come out and try.
Yes.
They used to take their boys
they
out
should
to the
all
bush.
still do it.
Still do it, but they don't. But it's a long time ago. But he used to bring souse out and some good memories.
We get on to photo number 2, which is kind of divided into 3. I want to start with the bottom right one on this. It's a picture of the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, Joey Thomas, Paul Langmack, and the great Gus Gould, I say this is 1988.
This is 88.
When Gus is 28 years of age.
28 years of age.
And he coaches a first grade team to a grand final victory. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I had him as a coach, but I love this. I want to know from your point of view, tell us about Gus Gould as a coach.
Well, that photo brings back some good memories because in that photo is obviously Paul Langmack and I come the same year as Paul. He cracked it a bit before me. He was in first grade, but I was about a year after that, and so we had a bit of time together. We won the comp in '85, and you're young then.
Did you win the comp in 80? Were you part of that?
Yes, 85.
Wow,
85.
At the Dogs,
with
Langers.
With Langers.
Shit.
Yeah. And and then 86, I missed 86 because I'd amputated me finger.
For those who can see, look down the camera. This is your Angus Crichton before Angus Crichton.
Yes.
So this is a sidebar. How old were you when that happened? And was it working on the Garbos?
Working on the Garbos, and we were playing St George. We were playing Monday night, and we were playing St George in the last comp game, and then the semi started, 86. So in 86, I'd played Origin.
You did?
Yeah. And we'd played, we beat the Maroons 3-0. First time New South Wales had won 3 blot. Albeit me and Terry Lamb were coming off the bench. We were on the bench.
Yeah, they still
carried 2 on the bench back in them days.
That's right, a forward and a back. And once you got replaced, you're off.
You're off. And so you'd think if you run the 3 Origins, you're in the Origin.
You're on the Kangaroo tour.
You'd nearly go.
Yeah.
You're not going to say you're going to, but you're a big chance of going, making the grand
And
final.
what age were you here?
24.
Wow.
24. Anyway, we were playing St George on a Monday night, and I was working on the Garbos. And the reason I really worked on the Garbos is because it gave me a bit of fitness. You know, you're running around, and I'd done that for about a year. And anyway, we're in this cul-de-sac street, and I'm backing him back, and he'd missed this telegraph pole by about that much. And
about half a foot.
So he just put it on full lock and took off to go out of the street. So I've jumped on the side of the truck, went to grab the handle, the wheels will come down off the gutter and swayed. And it went straight into the telegraph pole. And I knew there was something
straight away.
wrong. Yeah. It didn't bleed much because it just crushed it. And I had gloves on, and I just said, mate, kids, get me to the hospital. So up we go, and the nurse cut the glove off, and my finger was still in the glove. So,
you didn't play that night, bud, did you?
Well, they put it back on. They sewed it back on. Microsurgeon sewed it back on, and it didn't knit, and that was it. But I had to pull out of the
Kangaroo tour.
Well, I didn't make the grand final. Obviously, I didn't play in that because it didn't knit.
Yeah,
and wasn't good, and missed the Kangaroo tour that year. But and then 88, I suppose because you were involved in 85, and 99% of 86, you're young, and you don't take it for granted at all. But you're just young, and of
course,
it's all a bit of a
blur. Yeah,
and it's all a bit of a blur. But 88 was a bit different. I was kind of married then, and I'd been in that side for 4 or 5 years, so you felt part of the.
Well, you were part of the fabric.
Yeah. So and it was I've got Joe Thomas in the middle.
Yep. Great Joey Thomas,
who I'm good mates with, and I'm actually. Joey's sister's my partner. Yeah, Shiraz her name is. I've been with her for over 20 years.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so there's a connection there, and I'm on the end. But Gus, getting back to Gus, well, we played with Gus. A lot of us played with him. And mate, you could have a bit of fun, and we did have a bit of fun during the year.
Yep.
But you had to knuckle down and get the job done when you had to at training and things like that. He give us a bit of leeway in other spots. But it was just a fun year, and we had a punters club going, and you know what I mean, and so that money we went on that. We went on it. Well, after we went on a trip away, and
was that the famous Terry Lamb and Ellery Hanley game against Tigers?
Yeah. Ellery and Terry. Terry took Ellery out in that game, but so I scored a try in that game. I didn't have to run far; just had to,
grand final try. You know what?
Try.
If you didn't say anything then, people who read that 1988 grand final see D. Gillespie try could have been 80 metres out.
Yeah, could have been.
You just fucking gave yourself up.
The more schooners is, the further it is. But I was in the right spot at the right time. And mate, as a kid, and as you watch the games and you watch the grand finals, and geez, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, you wouldn't do them that one day. And so it was a bit of a dream come true to score a try in that grand final. And so that was a really good year. We bonded good together.
Well, he's 28 there, Gus, and then 3 years later with us, he won at 32.
That's right.
So he just for me, he was just exactly what you say. I've never met a bloke who back then, given the analysis that was available to us back then compared to today, he would be able to break down a team so well, and make it so easy for you to play footy that you just ran it. And Brandy was just, Brandy was just a different player under him because he knew exactly. He gave Brandy the whole steering wheel.
Well, he bought blokes like with from Penrith, Glennie Nissen and Brandon Lee. Brandon had a big year that year. He got on in the grand final, Brandon, but so they give them and Robin Thorne and blokes like that who weren't household names, but that year
he saw something in them.
He saw something in them, got them there, and we all bonded, and the chemistry was good, and it was just a really good year.
And the photo above that's you and Chris Johns. What year was this?
Well, the reason I put that up there, that's be the early 90s. Cardi's there, and Salvo's there.
Oh yeah, Cardi and Salvo, that'd be 92.
You can't see them properly, but mate, we used to get in them camps, and it was just a great time.
Wasn't it?
I'm not even talking about playing.
You were 90. I was with you in 91, wasn't I?
You could have been.
Yeah, I think we were together.
But I think Timmy Sheens was. I think. See,
this was 91.
Yeah, I played in 86 and I never played again till 90. Right, so through bad form or injuries or whatever. I didn't get another look until 1990. So that's in around there.
The camps, but
we used to go out.
So you'd go into camp on a Sunday night.
That's correct.
You'd get a whole kind of 3 days.
Yeah.
Just on the piss.
Pure bonding.
Pure bonding.
Pure bonding.
No training, no nothing. You'd go home, you get home at 6 a.m, you'd get up, you'd be at the pub by lunchtime. Yes. And it worked.
Yeah.
Because
it worked. Well, Gus, we're getting our asses smacked there for a few years, and obviously, and he's seen, that side of it.
Yeah.
And, we used to go out for dinner, and it's just a silly photo of me and Johnsy and Cardi there, but it was just
great
memories. And the times we had there, was when you get picked, it was a race to get in there first.
Okay. I can't believe you got a photo like that. Like
so I don't know how I got it.
I don't know how you got that photo.
Yeah, but they were just really good years, and there was blokes obviously went in and out of that side, but from about 91, 90 to 93, 94, it was the core of blokes.
Yeah. They become your best mates.
Yeah, they become your best mates, and it was just a really good, feel-good time there. We had some great times.
So the third photo of this part 2 of your photos is of me and you. Was that your debut? Australian debut in 1991?
No. I played for Australia in '88 in a World Cup.
Okay. So but I remember this photo. We're on the edges. We both played second row in this game.
Yes, right.
With a Kiwi dude in the middle of us for a promotion.
Yes.
And we played the Kiwis in the first game with Wally and Blocker and Benny and all these superstars of the game, and they got beat in Melbourne.
Yes.
And so Bozo dropped about 8 or 9 of them. And in came this new brigade, which was me and you, Salvo, Peter Jackson played 5'8".
That's right.
Not Robin Thorne, Willie Kahn on the wing.
Willie Kahn, yeah.
E.T. fullback.
Yes. I think that photo was taken, I think we were staying at Manly.
We were.
We were staying over at
Manly Pacific.
Somewhere. And that photo, it was in the paper, obviously, and
it was.
Kiwi boy, and we ended up winning that game. And
40, I think it was 44-0 we won it.
Yeah.
Sydney. Was it?
I had to bring that in because, obviously.
Well, that's, look at us there.
Yeah.
Look how young we are.
Two handsome young
Well,
stars.
well, the year before this, and the photo is about to come up, but I'll just preface it by saying we went on the Kangaroo tour. We were lucky enough to make the Kangaroo tour, and I was rooming with Johnny Cartwright. You were rooming with Ciro, but you were next door to us. But we also had a divider that opened the door up and was one big dorm.
Yeah, that was interesting.
But until they closed it on us because they made the test team, and me and you didn't.
Yeah. So we used to go out and have a few drinks, and we would get it. Yeah,
mate, how much?
Get home too late, they'd blow up. They'll plan.
Well,
the next night.
not even that. Well, that's why they changed rooms because we'd go out. We'd play on Wednesday night in the Emus.
That's right.
Go out Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, or training in between this, Saturday night. And then we'll be the A team's lackeys. Say, Blocker says to me, "Or you boys, grab me some Vaso." We go, "Yes, sir."
Yeah.
Lazo goes, "Boys, get me some tape for me." So, yes, no worries. So we had to carry all their bags and then go out again with them. Yeah. So the only night we had off the piss was Monday night.
That's right. That's right.
That's the only night and Tuesday night.
And Keith Barnes was the
manager. Yeah.
And there was one time there towards the end of it, and it was a Wednesday night or something, and the lift, you remember the lift story? The lift broke. We were halfway in the lift, and someone, it might have been you actually, I don't know, crash tackled through the lift. The lift went in about 6 foot and stopped, right? So everyone's head was poking up out of the thing, and then the security had to come and get us out of it. Well, they got back to Keith, so we got a training the next morning, and we're all in the bus. And he had the security blokes, and he said, "Now listen," he said, "I want you to go down and you point out who was in that lift." He said, "There's too much damage to this." He said, "It's coming all out of your money, out of your thing." And he said, "And I want to know who done it." So the security bloke's going down the aisle of the bus, and he was there. He was there. So he picked about 6 blokes, and 2 of them were wrong, right? Which was Bobby Linder and Gary Belcher, who never drink.
Who were in their room for the whole 3 months.
That's right.
Writing letters and writing books and sending their money. We got about £300 a week. Yeah. And they'd send it straight back.
So we all went up to Keith's room, and he's laying the law down, and then Bobby and Gary said, "Oh, it wasn't me, Keith." He said, "I was in bed at 8 o'clock," which he was.
They both were.
So any time after that anyone got in trouble had to go up to his room, that was the excuse. It wasn't me, Keith. I was in bed at 8. So
what a tour.
We ended up getting a T-shirt.
Yes.
And we put on it at the end of the tour, "It wasn't me, Keith. I was in bed at 8.
That was again 35 years ago. We went on that tour.
That was really
and
good.
Then France, the French leg of it. Well, this is your next photo because we've got someone, if our listeners who are listening to this via Spotify or Apple Podcasts won't be able to see this, but it's those watching on YouTube will. It's the great Kevin Costner.
Yes.
Well, this is, at this stage, and probably still is, one of the top 3 famous people I've ever met in my life.
Yes.
So tell us about how this photo come to place.
Well, this photo how it come to fruition was we were mingling around in the motel where we were staying, and there was probably, I don't know, were you there? I don't know. Anyway, it's 30, 40 anyway. So we had an interpreter.
No, wasn't it before at the game you're talking about? Was after?
No, this was before.
Ah.
So this is before that.
Okay.
So we're all mingling. There's about half a dozen of us in the foyer. And we had an interpreter with us, and she said, "Oh, listen, there's something going up in town, up in the hill. There was a big castle, a big...
Carcassonne.
Yeah, Carcassonne.
Carcassonne, I was there."
He said, "Oh, do you want to go up and have a look? Get out of here for an hour." And we said, "Oh, yeah, come on." Jumped in the van and up we go. So up we go. And there was a couple of Aussie blokes, they were obviously doing a film. And
Robin Hood?
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. We didn't know that then. So we've got out of the car, and I think there was a couple of Aussie blokes in the crew.
Yes, there was. And they recognised us.
They recognised us and said, "You want to meet him?" I said, "Oh,
fucking earth."
So he took us all over. We met him, and then he said, "Oh, what are you doing?" We told him what we're doing. We're here. And he said, "Oh, can we get any tickets?" I said, "Well, of course you can."
Of course you can.
"How many do you want?" He said, "I'll bring the boys." From the I said, "Well," so anyway, he come to the game. Because in that game...
We're playing the French B team.
Yes.
And we're winning by 4 points at half time. And if you remember, it was about -10.
-10, sleety snow.
Playing in tracksuits.
Blokes were wearing gloves on.
No one wanted to play.
I think Chris Johns went to wear a beanie. They wouldn't let him Bozo celebrate what he were on. But anyway, he's come in at half time.
Oh, yes.
And we were going all right, but,
Playing shit, really.
Yeah, shit, but going all right. Yeah, we're winning. And Bozo's giving his half-time talk, and there was about 4 blokes listening to him, and the rest are over in the corner getting the picture taken with him. This is taken after the game.
After the game.
He's come back to the
Hotel we're at.
hotel, to the bar we were having a drink at, and come up there and got on the drink list
Remember
for a
that?
couple of hours.
And I remember,
Yeah.
I know, like, he's not that much taller than you in this photo.
Yeah.
Like, in real life, because he had these heels on.
Yeah, yeah.
That were about
Oh, the
6
big
inches.
boot- yeah, the big
didn't he?
cowbell boots, yeah.
But what a good man.
But he actually said to us, he said, "Oh, listen, they were filming Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves," and he said, there's another movie coming out." He said, "It'll hit the things in a couple of weeks, in another month."
And that was Pretty Woman.
No, not Pretty Woman. When he was the Indians.
Oh, The Last of the Mohicans.
No.
Was it?
No.
Hold it, Sammy.
Won an Oscar. Won
Yeah.
3 Oscars.
Oh, Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves.
So he
Dances
just
with
finished
Wolves.
making that, and that was down there.
So timeline was Pretty Woman before there.
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking because how we've known Kevin Costner because he wasn't in much before.
He was- he
Field
was
of
in it.
Dreams.
Well, that's why he came to the game, because
Field-
he
he's in
loved
Field-
his sports.
Yeah, the golfing one.
Yeah, the golf.
Tin
and
Cup.
And he loved his baseball, Field of Dreams.
Yep.
And he made a golf one.
Yep.
So
Okay.
He was a bit of a sports nut.
Yeah, he
He
was a
loved
sports
his
nut.
Yeah.
What a good man.
Yeah, lovely bloke. And
And remember, it was at the same time. This might have been around the same time that Johnny Cartwright and Kevy Walters got maced,
they got maced.
and I was Carty's eyes
That's right.
for 3 days.
Yeah.
And someone else, maybe Chrissy Johns, was Kevy's because they basically wear
Things over their eyes.
around
for
their
2
eyes.
days.
Yeah,
And you're very lucky. They were very lucky because Bobby Linder was an eye doctor.
that's right. Optometrist.
Yes. Yeah. So
Wow.
he's went in there and
He's had-
ointment, but we used to sneak into the room, and they had the patches on. They couldn't see. And who's in here? Who's here? What's going
yeah.
on? We're going to tell you. Oh,
And
funny.
We'd
funny.
flick him on the old fella.
What's going? But funny days.
Well, when you just recent last year when we saw the Kangaroo tour go away for 3 weeks, I thought just once I'd love to see them experience what we experienced because
Yeah.
that midweek games
Midweek games.
and the go to Cumbria
Yes.
by bus.
Well, let's come back in a smaller way.
A smaller way, 3 weeks is better than nothing.
Because it's better for the game over there, obviously too. When we go
Pumps
go
it
over
up.
to play them, it pumps them up, and they get better. I don't know. It's been 20 odd years. Since,
Yeah, 24 years since
24 years.
1994.
They should anyway. But it was a mini one this year.
Were you on 94 Kangaroo tour?
I missed it. No, I was. The form had slipped a bit by then, MG. I was getting towards the end.
Didn't you in 1990? Because I spoke to Greg Florimo early last year, or late last year, sorry, in December. And I was telling him about Freddie because he was on the 94 Kangaroo tour. And I said how Freddie went away as this whiz kid at 88 kilo. And when he weighed himself, he got back, it was about 104, 105.
Yeah.
And you put on weight too, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
You walk around in them dress shoes, yeah. look, just make a noise everywhere.
Well, you're having a bit of a laugh at it.
They used to call you bullfrog.
Yeah. But realistically, MG, I didn't handle my retirement well at all, mate.
No.
No.
When did you retire?
I retired in 97.
Okay.
And I had a job, and I didn't like it that much. And, my marriage was kind of breaking up in that period. And, I was eating too much and drinking too much. And so I didn't really handle retirement that for the first 10 years.
Not the first, man.
No, not the first, and won't be the last.
No.
And got into a
Bit of a rut.
bit of a rut, mate. And it's better now with all this mental health stuff, mate. Obviously, you can talk to people, and but back then, you kind of bottled
No,
it
you
all
didn't.
up,
It was taboo.
Yeah,
You'd be called a soft cock if you did.
yeah. So
That's a difference between now and then. I think the best bit difference
yeah,
is that we speak a lot more about our feelings
yes,
than we did as players.
that's right.
And I think that's one of and the HIA with modern day players. Like I saw in that Test match, it was on somewhere the other day when the second Test match against us in Kiwis.
Yeah,
Brent Todd's given coning it in my jaw. I've gone. Whoop. Graham Lowe's in commentary.
Yeah.
It says to Graham Hughes, who's commentating. He goes, "Well, that was a great hit by Brent Todd, wasn't it? Like, today you get 10 weeks.
yeah.
But because that's we used to drive without seatbelts as well.
Yeah, but I remember my first grade game, MG, and we were playing a trial. Well, I was playing for Canterbury. We were playing a trial in Tamworth, and we were playing St George. And we kicked the ball off. I went down. Graham wins, big win. He's caught it. He's running back. I went into to tackle him, and he's just moved his hip or put his knee up, and he's knocked me clean out.
Oh.
And, mate, I got up off the ground, you know, when you get up, crawl,
Yep,
get up, crawl,
yeah,
for about 30 metres and off, you know, straight off, then back on 5 minutes later. That was my first ever game.
Wow.
First grade game, was a trial. Anyway, you got him back a couple of years later for me.
Well, I did in 91.
Yeah, I was playing in that game.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And you beat us.
No, we were playing at West. I was playing at West.
Yeah, but you beat us that game.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
Oh,
even though we were like top of the table, you upset us. And after a first scrum, come out and shoulder charge Winnie, and he went like that.
Yeah.
But the next morning, we were both scheduled to go to Sports World, to where you get the helicopter in and sit in the panel, and so I'm jumping in the helicopter at Penrith Park. And in the back is fucking Graham Winnie's young bloke. I'm going, oh man! I said, you got your son bloke? Yeah, Jesus.
I'll give you one just as bad. In '86, we were playing Parramatta at Parramatta Stadium, and the thing was with Warren, we said, put Sterlo on his ass. He said he can't be getting up, he can't be getting his hands on the ball all the time. So, you know, when he gets rid of it, just go in and just get him on his ass. We don't want him getting to the next play. So this went on for 3/4 of the game. And it was about 10 minutes to go, and they were attacking our line, and he's come in and he's got rid of the ball, so I've kind of shoulder charged him a bit, and he landed on his ass. Well, he was filthy. So he's just got up, and I was running to go back on side. And he's just windmilling them, coming at me.
Oh.
He's got me. He split me open.
Really? Sterling?
But I didn't know who it was. I've just kind of turned around.
Yeah.
I've got clock one here and then clock one there, and I've just chucked a couple of uppercuts. And,
on Sterlo?
On Sterlo, which I'm not proud of. Obviously.
I've never seen Sterlo in a fight before.
Well, he didn't. Well, anyway, I've got about 3 uppercuts on him, and I ended up getting sin bin sent off. And you wouldn't believe it, the next day, the country was back then, they used to pick 6.
City origin, country origin.
6 blokes from the country to play in the country origin. Well, who am I sitting next to in the team photo the next day?
Oh, no way. Sterlo.
His nose there, black eye, and I'm the first rep game, and I'm going,
Oh, wow. That's a great story. Let's get to another photo. This is number 4. I forget what 4. Number 4. This is. Well, you tell us who this is and what's going on here.
Well, that's my partner Shiraz, and we're in India, and she's been trying to get me. This has probably taken about 8 years ago now, but she's been trying to get me. She's into a yoga, and she teaches yoga around the eastern suburbs at a few gyms and that, and we got to go to India. We got to go to India. And I kept on, no way, not going.
Put nail on the head.
Going, no.
Yep.
Anyway, years passed, and I said, righto, you know, away we go. We're going. Well, up we go. So I had the best time.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great to hear.
That's at a thing called Holly Festival, and it's a paint festival, and they chuck paint at you, and it goes off all over India. But we went to there's probably about 1,000 people there doing that. Music.
How good.
On the drinks.
Oh.
And it was just there was a couple of Aussies over there that we didn't know, that other Aussies that we become.
Aren't they the
friends
best
with.
trips when you don't expect anything out of it? Yeah, they're the best.
But in India, MG, you can be going in 1 minute, how good is this? This is great. And then 2 minutes later, you can get the fuck, I want to get out of here. Oh, at least I had enough. 2 minutes later, I'm just good. It was one of them places, But that particular day, we had a ball. We had a really good time. Yeah, and we've done a bit of travelling.
So tell us about her. She's Joey Thomas's sister you mentioned.
Yeah, that's Joey's
sister. How'd you meet her? Through the work?
Well, I split up with my wife, first wife. We probably been split up for a couple of years, and I knew Shiraz obviously through Joe, but there was nothing going on obviously, and then a couple of I was living on my own, and I was probably in that bit of a rut at that time too, and I was living in Randwick on my own, had a unit there, and we'd go down to Clovelly a bit, down to the pub a bit, and on Friday nights and Saturday nights, and I wasn't probably looking the best too. I was probably about a lot over
Wow.
Overweight, but anyway, we ran into Shiraz and her friends. She was good friends with Salvo's sister, Craig's sister, Kim. So and there was a few of them. They used to come down there, and we kind of had a chat down there, and we want to go out.
One thing led to another.
One thing led to another, and we've been together ever since. But
so it was about 20 years ago, you're saying?
Yeah, over 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, early 2000s, and we've been together ever since, and she likes to travel, and instead of doing what I was doing, save it up and go away somewhere. And
it's great, mate.
And
it's awesome.
Yeah. So
do you try and make it once a year you travel or?
Oh, listen, mate, we just like.
So I see you everywhere. Like
we're in Western Australia a couple of weeks ago.
How good's Perth?
It's beautiful.
WA.
Yeah. But we just hire a car at the airport and go. And
no plans.
No plans. Stay on the way. We've been down to Esperance. We don't Kalbarri. We haven't been up to Broome or anything. That's a bit
Broom's
further.
good.
But we're not great nomads or anything like that. We just hire a car and
That's
away
awesome.
we go. And well, what's the next one? I think the next bigger one is in February.
Yep.
That's over to the Philippines.
Oh, that's soon. That's around the corner.
Yeah, we go over there with for Terry Hills.
Oh, that's
got a
right.
memorial
Yes.
thing over there. He was
With Brownie.
Brownie goes.
Brownie goes. Yeah, Leroy.
He's the MC, and I think this year Ronnie Palmer.
Oh.
We're taking Ronnie over, and Les Davidson.
Oh, Bundy's
Bundy's coming.
So you and him are my two favourite players.
Yeah. I work with Les.
Now.
Well, we're on different lines, so he's coming home, he's walking in, or I'm walking out. But we both work at the same company at DP World at Port Botany.
On the wharfs?
On the wharves, yeah. So Les is out there, but he's going to come to do this fundraiser. A good mate of Terry's, a bloke called Matty Madden. He kind of organised it too. So he was good mates with Terry. So when Terry was alive, I was over there, and now they've kind of made it into a bit of a memorial.
Yeah, every year.
Yeah, every year. So they're having a golf day there, and then they have a bit of a fundraiser, and then we just go to an island.
Great.
For a week after it. It's beautiful.
Oh, wow. Well, that's fantastic, mate. Well, that's fantastic. You look so happy in that photo. I must confess, you found love, mate. That's the most important.
Yeah, she's been good for me, MG, and I'm
and likewise, I bet.
Yeah.
Well, your final photo, mate. Wow, these are some beautiful looking kids in this photo. Tell us all about this last photo and why it's so meaningful to Kevin Gillespie.
Well, that was taken not long ago. That's my little grandson Taj. He turned 3, so it was his 3rd birthday. Billy, my granddaughter, she's 5. My daughter Chanel and her husband Mitch.
Okay.
So, and they're really done good for themselves. They live on the Central Coast. They've got a nice house, and the kids are, Mitch is a good dad. You know what I mean? I'm very happy there and proud of what they've done.
Good on
you. And so the grandkids change you, mate. Change your things. And
I've got one due soon.
You'll love it, mate.
No, I had one. I've got a 16-month-old boy. Oh yeah, little River, and I've got a little girl due on 16th of this month.
Oh, beautiful, mate.
So they do, mate. So is that your only kid?
Only daughter.
Only daughter.
Yeah, that's my first marriage, and So she's and you wouldn't believe it, Mitch. Her husband, when they first met, he said, "I'll come and meet Mitch. We've been going with him for about 6 months now, or whatever." So we met him somewhere in here, Surrey Hills, and having a feed, and his dad, Dougie, who's a lovely bloke, is good mates with Bart.
Bart's
best mates. They grew up together.
Terry Land,
Chester Hill.
Wow.
So there's a connection there.
Always a connection, mate. As we get older, the world's closer to us.
The world's closer. So
how often do you see your grandkids?
I try to get up there as much as I can, mate. With this job, I've got some shift work, and so some weekends you're working. But when I get time off, I'm up there. I'm going to go up there soon, actually, in the next couple of days, and they're going out for the night, so I'll go up and babysit them and for the night. But
it's heaven, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
It keeps us young as we're getting older. It's keeping us younger.
Well, that's what it's all about, and He could be when I was 6 months old and he was 6 months old. It could have been twins.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Poor bugger. I hope he doesn't.
Hey, you're a dude, mate.
So he's a mini me.
They are fantastic photos.
They've done well for themselves and they've set themselves up there and they're
awesome.
Going good. Yeah.
Before we get on to one of my favourite segments of the show, which is obviously your photos were great, but before we get on to Give Me 5, I want to know from your playing days, off the top. This is a question without notice.
Yeah.
I associate you with the Bulldogs.
Yes.
For me, you're a Bulldog.
But I've got to say, MG, I went to West End Manly and I loved...
Well, you won a comp with Manly, didn't you?
Yeah, we made 3 grand finals in a row, 1-1.
1-1.
So I've got a lot of mates over there and good acquaintances. But Canterbury, if they say to me, it's kind of... It's where I started.
So you made the Kangaroo tour from Manly?
No, I made the Kangaroo tour from the
from Dogs.
Dogs, but that was in 90.
Okay, and then went the
And
Magpies in 91, 92?
The next year, in 91.
And then you went to Manly.
Manly in 94, I think.
Okay, well, I want to know who are the three best players you played against, and who are the three best players you played with?
Oh, mate, there's too many.
I know.
You get asked it a lot,
I know. I think that's what intrigues people.
It does. Well, the three best players I probably played with, and you're leaving out 100.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but
it's usually what is the top of the mind.
Well, I'd say club-wise, it's hard to go past Terry Lamb.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
He's a tough little bugger, and and
he's got a saying named after him.
bloke.
He's got a saying named after him.
Yeah, that's right.
You've got to back up the next day. You're Terry Lamb because you always backed up.
And I suppose it not you don't have to be mates with him, but in that Origin when we played Ricky, you know what I mean?
Great competitor.
Great competitor.
Great bloke to have on your team.
Right, yeah. And a good mate today.
Yeah.
And I've got to say Mel. Like going on them Kangaroo tours, he was just a
he was
just a beast.
He was the king.
He was the king.
Wasn't he?
I
spoke to Greg Florimo. He said he was the captain on our tour. I said, well, mine as well. I said he was just had a room on his own. He was like the king of England.
Yeah.
He was everywhere he'd go, he'd be mobbed.
Yeah.
Because he played at St Helens over there. He was there in 82, 86.
Yeah. But I could chuck
100
Irving in there.
Yeah.
Chuck Cliffy in there.
Yep.
You could chuck 100 in there.
Yeah.
But just off the top of my head, and the impact they had, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Give me 5. Your favourite band and song?
Well, the Eagles.
Can't go.
I'm the late 70s.
Peaceful, easy feeling? Or?
Oh, mate. Well, my best mate's brother, I was about 10 or 11 or 12 or something, and they used to listen to the Eagles, so I got brought up on them. And every time they come there, which they don't come here anymore, but when they did, they reformed and they've been here a couple of times. I went and seen them, but the Eagles.
And what about their song? What's the song that you love of theirs? Hotel California.
Oh, that's great. They're like Pretty Maids.
Oh.
I think Joe Walsh sang that. But,
Eagles is...
Yeah, they got it.
The Eagles are the fucking... the best.
Yeah.
I was edit there. Got a fucking... fucking... Okay, now let's get on to your favourite TV show of all time.
Favourite TV show of all time?
Like, there's a lot of series these days.
People think I'm going to... Fucking rat bag I love watching the repeats of Dad's Army. I like all them old 70s shows.
Nothing better. Well, what about, imagine if they played the old Love Thy Neighbour now.
Yeah.
You can't. No. You just can't. Benny Hill show they wouldn't show now.
Benny Hill show.
Benny Hill. I grew up on the Benny Hill show.
Benny Hill and
Hogan's Heroes.
Dad's Army, the sergeant.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I love all them old
Hogan's
shows.
Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes. Showing your age, but
what about? Is there anything like that recently? These days, the new word is binging stuff, like the Yellowstone with our mate Kevin.
I watched a bit of Yellowstone.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. But it's the thing with me, MG, because I'm a shift worker, I
you sleep.
lay down to watch it, and I watch 10 minutes, I'm asleep. I'm gone. I wake up and it's over. So I don't watch it again. Just the short, the 20-minute, half an hour shows, yeah.
What about your favourite all-time film, mate?
Oh, Blazing Saddles.
Wow.
Jeez, I am showing my age now, aren't I?
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
I love Blazing Saddles. Richard Pryor. You couldn't make that film today. It wouldn't get anywhere near getting...
Well, it's like one of the first...
Just that humour, Mel
Brooks.
I remember
Mel Brooks. One of the first things I've ever seen... what's the guy? Marty Feldman, was it? No.
No.
Gene Wilder.
Wilder. Yeah.
I remember one of my first things I saw was, as a 16-year-old, was Eddie Murphy's Raw.
Yes.
Imagine him trying to do that now in this politically correct world.
Oh,
like,
mate.
Fuck me dead with.
All this woke world and... But, there's a couple of good ones. Obviously, Dances with Wolves, I like that.
Yes, our mate Kevy, yeah.
And but I just, when I was a kid,
Blazing
Smokey in the band.
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
But shows like that, you've got to have a laugh.
Okay, I'm saying that rugby league's your favourite sport. What's your other favourite sport?
What's my other favourite sport?
What do you love to watch or play?
I love watching the golf. I can't play golf.
No, I can't either.
I'm hopeless.
Yeah.
But I, for some reason, I love watching it.
Well, because you know what? It's soothing.
It is.
It's just like I can put the cricket on Test match cricket, especially when Richie Beno was commentating, and just go to sleep in the lounge and go,
Well, obviously it's good now the Ashes are on.
Yep.
And the Poms are out here, and you're obviously going to watch that. But, I don't know. I just like watching the golf.
Fuck, I'm all over the shop. Lastly, brother, if I had to ask you, I'm taking your phone off you. Who's the most famous name in your contacts right now?
It might be you. I got nothing. I'm long gone.
You're a simple man, aren't you,
mate? A simple man.
You're a very simple man, and you have a simple life.
If I was just flicking through it then, and he doesn't like being famous, but probably Arthur Laundy.
Oh, he's a good bloke.
A great bloke.
What a fantastic man he is.
Great bloke, Arthur, and there's a lot of ex-footballers in there that we used to run around with, but no one. Yeah, probably you, mate.
Well, Cement, this has been your Life in 5, my friend, and I really appreciate you spending time to come in. Also, on behalf of Lily Pilly Wines in Leeton, there's a nice red, nice white for you to consume whenever you want to, buddy.
That might get consumed
tonight.
In a couple of nights. But thanks, MG, for inviting me in, mate. It's been a pleasure. You're a good mate, and we had some good times together, so thanks very much, mate.
Love seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, mate.
Thanks, Cement.